Imagine a state with more mountains than malls, more ghost towns than grocery stores, and fewer people than you'd expect for its size. Welcome to West Virginia, wild, rugged, and empty. Once a powerhouse of coal and industry, it's now a place many are leaving behind. But why? Is it just the economy or is something deeper at play? Let's dive into 10 brutally honest reasons why almost nobody lives in West Virginia, and why even more are packing their bags. West Virginia was built on coal. For over a century, coal mining fueled the state's economy, created jobs, and powered American cities. But when demand for coal declined due to environmental policies and a shift to cleaner energy, West Virginia was left with a gaping hole, both economically and socially. Between 2010 and 2020, the state lost over 15,000 coal jobs, with no booming industries to replace them. Entire towns were built around coal, and when the mines closed, they turned into ghost towns. Welch, once called Little New York, now has fewer than 1,600 residents and abandoned buildings on every corner. No industry, no jobs, no reason to stay. West Virginia is the only U.S. state that has consistently lost population every year for the past decade. From 1.86 million residents in 2010, the number dropped to around 1.75 million in 2024, and it's projected to keep falling. Young people are leaving in droves. Why? Jobs are scarce, wages are low, and social life is limited. If you're under 30 with a college degree, West Virginia is probably not on your radar unless you're going back to visit grandma. And the ones staying behind? Many are older, retired, or stuck due to economic hardship. That creates an aging population with fewer kids, fewer workers, and a long-term demographic crisis. West Virginia is stunning. The Appalachian Mountains carve up the land into a breathtaking landscape of ridges, rivers, and deep valleys. But that beauty comes at a cost. Nearly 75% of the state is mountainous or steeply sloped, making it one of the most rugged states in America. This means fewer buildable areas, limited transportation access, isolated communities with poor connectivity. Many small towns are nestled in hollers, narrow valleys surrounded by steep terrain. While picturesque, this geography makes infrastructure development expensive and difficult. So even if you want to build something here, a factory, a hospital, or a subdivision, good luck finding flat, affordable land to do it. West Virginia consistently ranks near the bottom in infrastructure quality. Roads are potholed, bridges are aging, and many rural areas still lack reliable broadband. Nearly 30% of roads are in poor condition. Over 20% of bridges are structurally deficient or functionally obsolete. Broadband access is among the worst in the United States, especially in the mountains. This makes daily life hard and economic development even harder. Businesses won't come where there's no internet or crumbling roads, and residents get frustrated with every snowstorm that knocks out power for days. In rural West Virginia, medical care is often hours away. The state has one of the lowest doctor-to-patient ratios in the nation, with many counties lacking specialists or even basic emergency care. Hospital closures in towns like Richwood and Bluefield have left residents scrambling for help. And with an aging population, the need for medical care is only increasing. So what happens when you combine long travel times with harsh winters and a shortage of doctors? People move to survive. West Virginia was ground zero for the U.S. opioid epidemic. At one point, more opioid pills were shipped to West Virginia than any other state per capita. Places like Kermit, population 400, received nearly 9 million pain pills over a 2-year span. The result? A massive spike in addiction, overdose deaths, and broken communities. The emotional and financial toll has been devastating, creating a cycle of poverty, crime, and despair that makes it even harder for the state to recover or attract new residents. West Virginia ranks in the bottom 10 states for educational performance. Many schools in rural areas are underfunded, understaffed, and dealing with serious teacher shortages. Teacher pay is among the lowest in the nation. High school graduation rates are falling behind. College enrollment is declining. In 2018 and 2019, massive teacher strikes brought national attention to these issues, but little has changed. For families seeking strong education for their kids, West Virginia isn't usually the first choice. When an economy relies too heavily on one industry, collapse is inevitable when that industry declines. That's exactly what happened here. Beyond coal, there's very little economic diversity. Few tech companies, limited finance or creative sectors, minimal growth in clean energy or advanced manufacturing. Tourism helps, especially in areas like the New River Gorge, but it can't carry an entire state. And remote work? Hard to do when your internet speed is slower than dial-up. West Virginia's culture is tightly knit but not always welcoming to outsiders. In small towns, everyone knows everyone, but if you're new, it can be hard to break in. There's also limited social life in many areas, few bars or cafes, sparse entertainment options, conservative social attitudes that may not appeal to younger, more progressive transplants. It creates a feeling of cultural stagnation, like time has frozen. And for many young people, that's a major reason to leave. While not as prone to tornadoes or wildfires, West Virginia has a serious problem with flooding. Thanks to its mountainous geography and narrow river valleys, flash floods are a constant threat. In 2016, devastating floods killed 23 people and destroyed hundreds of homes. Many towns haven't fully recovered since. Combined with aging dams, poor drainage infrastructure, and more intense rainfall from climate change, West Virginia is increasingly vulnerable to natural disasters, which only add to the economic and psychological toll on its communities. West Virginia is a place of raw beauty, rich history, and deep-rooted pride. But it's also a state grappling with serious challenges, from economic collapse and health crises, to crumbling infrastructure and cultural isolation. It's not that people don't want to live here. It's that, for many, life in the mountain state has simply become too difficult to sustain. Until there's major investment in education, healthcare, jobs, and modern infrastructure, West Virginia will likely continue to empty out. One family, one coal town, and one ghost street at a time. What do you think? Could you live in a place like this? Or is West Virginia better left as a weekend getaway? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video eye-opening, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into America's hidden truths. And hit that notification bell so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.